Hey everybody, it's Austin Ward for Lettermen Row, back with another BuckIQ, looking at the Ohio State quarterbacks for quarterback week here. What better guy to have in for that than 12 gauge, the national championship winner, NFL quarterback Cardale Jones. A busy man. He's got the softball jam coming up, getting ready for his own camp. So appreciate you taking some time to come hang out and talk about Justin Fields.
Oh, appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
All right, so the last time we had you, we just had Georgia tape for Justin Fields, and it was kind of like, it wasn't the most elaborate competition that he was going to face, and we didn't really know the offense. Now we've still only got a spring game. We're still learning about this Justin Fields. What have you gathered from him so far? What do you like about his game? How's it going to fit?
I think Coach Day will do a great job of getting the best out of Justin and making him comfortable within the offense. And one thing I really like about him, just being around him a little bit and kind of watching from afar when I'm sometimes at the facility, is that he's coming out his shell. You know, he's earning that respect from his teammates as a hard worker, as a leader, and as a quarterback. You
had to go through that process yourself. Is it a challenge? Like, is it hard? It doesn't seem like not everybody's personality is going to be the same.
Exactly. That's the hard part. I'm looking back on my time at Ohio State. We had 3 great quarterbacks at one point in one room, and all our personalities couldn't be, different. That's different, you know, and trying to command that, having guys respond to 3 different leaders and at any given time is not easy for a coach, for a team to have, on one team. And I think with his way of connecting with the guys, whatever that may be, he's making it work.
All right, still a lot more to learn about Justin Fields. He's got his first training camp at Ohio State coming up in a couple of weeks. Cardale's going to have his own in the NFL in a couple of weeks too. But for right now, I'm going to keep that focus on Justin Fields, break it down on BuckIQ. Let's roll the tape. All right, first and foremost, Cardale, when you're breaking down quarterbacks or anybody, it's a spring game, right? It doesn't count for that much. I don't know what you guys try and take out of it, but there are still people watching, and people wanted to see Justin Fields perform, and a deep ball like this always gets people excited.
Oh, for sure. Definitely being back up in your own end zone and, how to go post right up your back. It don't get too much more pressure of a situation, other than a game as a practice situation as this.
And these games, I know that you always love to cut it loose.
Yeah.
I mean, are these what's the challenge of these throws? You're talking about just from the end zone, but how much can you learn from a guy, even in a scrimmage setting, when you cut one loose 40, 50 yards in the air?
That he's not afraid to take shots downfield, that he got confidence in his ball catchers, and he in a position where, he has the keys to the offense, so he's comfortable with making that type of throw against any defense.
What's the key to throwing one like that?
I think staying definitely in this situation, staying composed and just going through your mechanics and making sure you're keeping that safety away from where you want to throw the ball.
So you go through here, and he only completed 4 or 5 balls in this game, practice, scrimmage, whatever you want to call it. And I don't know if it was because they were trying to ease him into it, because it was the way it went. You want to get other quarterbacks involved or whatever. We have limited stuff to work with, but you've seen what little you've seen of him. What do you think about the mechanics? What do you think about him fitting in this offense?
I think he's going to fit really well. And one thing I praise Coach Day about is getting the best out of his players. He's not going to ask Justin to do anything he's not capable of doing. He's not going to ask him to do anything he's not comfortable with doing as well. So, getting the ball out quick, let him use his feet a little bit in the beginning, but I'm pretty sure as time progressed, he had developed to whatever type of passer he's most comfortable with. That's on the run, that's in the pocket. Yeah. Only the coaches know that at this point.
Yeah. When you watch him throw here, what do you like about the mechanics?
Quick release, smooth, and he makes his decisions, and he knows where he want to go with the ball, and the ball is out. That's big for a guy. I mean, at this point, he was probably in the offense maybe, 2.5 months, maybe, if that. Yeah. So, knowing where he wanted to go with the ball and being decisive.
Did you like playing spring games?
Yeah, it's fun, man, because you get a chance to, go against your guys on a big stage and a lot of pressure because you're still playing in front of 100,000 people.
This is a pretty familiar looking route for the Ohio State offense at this point. Like, how much do you really put into a spring game? How much of it, if I'm watching from the outside, should we try to be learning about him? I mean,
this is what you're going to see in practice. I mean, we have maybe 2 or 3 periods when we go good on good, 11 on 11, and a spring game gives you the opportunity to, have more periods and more game-like atmosphere with, first, second, third down, and then going through the mechanics of a legit game. Different situations we only practice maybe 2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah. Did this performance tell you anything about him that you didn't know, or?
I think he's a quick learner. I think that he's as you see as the game progress, as you see as spring progress, he get comfortable in the offense, comfortable with his guys, understanding guys. He throwing the ball already before guys got their break. I mean, that's not an easy thing to do in, a month, 2 months of working with guys.
It's still another big training camp coming for Justin Fields. Obviously, a lot to learn, as Cardale Jones knows. A lot of pressure coming his way to be the starting quarterback and win games in the Horseshoe. Just a spring game under his belt. Appreciate Cardale coming to hang out with us for BuckIQ, as always, breaking down Justin Fields. For us, Austin Ward, Cardale, we'll see you next time on Lettermen Row.